about the guilt today?
I often tell myself I have 3 kids. I have 2 boys, Denim and Diesel, but I have to tell myself I have 2 kids, but in my head I feel like I have 3 kids.
Let's talk about your son, Diesel. He was diagnosed with autism. What was your reaction when you found that out?
I thought it was because of the abortion I had and God was punishing me.
You thought that God had punished you for having the abortion.
It took a long time for me to get past that.
It was quite...
About a lot of things. I talk about my family, I mean leaving the group. I talk about, you know, my abortion, which I'm embarrassed to talk about. I found out my son had autism. I thought it was because I had the abortion. I felt terrible about myself, and I blamed myself. And it's a lot of things I'm revealing in the book.
And you thought you found it to be cathartic, therapeutic.
Yeah,
it just really helped you.
But I remember when they told me my son was autistic, I thought, okay, you had an abortion, and this is God's way of punishing you. So that also goes involved with when you're raised to be a PK or a preacher's kid and raised very religious, those things.
You talk about...
That was tough.
Now, I know that you're divorced and you have 2 little boys. And, you know, one has been diagnosed with autism. And a common thing that many moms who have kids with autism share is guilt that it's somehow our fault. And you talk about that. Can you explain?
Yes, that was really tough for me. I don't know if you ever see me. I would do talk shows, and I would talk about my son having autism, and I would just start sobbing because I would have this guilt because I had an abortion. And I always felt that I was being punished, and that was why. So now your child's autistic, so I took that guilt with me. And
you don't have that anymore, right?
I'm better. There's moments that I'm going to be honest. I'm working on forgiving myself because it was a moment in my life I had success, but you weren't ready. I wasn't ready, but I made an excuse to myself. I was taking this medication, and you shouldn't get pregnant, they said, you know. And so I said, well, that's the reason I'm having it. I'm not having it, I should say. So I used it as an excuse, but I wasn't dealing with...